Hello, welcome. So this is the Divine Union free workshop. This is going to be about a 2-hour workshop, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to have you here. So I recently offered this class live, and I do offer it live at different speaking events, but I just wanted to have it recorded for all of you. So if you don't know me already, my name is Heather. I am a meditation instructor and a divine union coach. So how this all came about is I am a massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist for 18 years at the filming of this video. And I learned a modality that's like an age regression modality, and it's called the compassion key. I was offering that separate, and as I started to do massage therapy again, I thought, why am I splitting these up? Why am I doing either emotion work or body work? And it didn't make sense to me, because we store emotions and traumatic events in the tissues of the body, right? So I opened up a private practice here in Southern Utah, and I created my own modality of meditative massage. So as I'm working with my clients, I'm doing a full body massage with a guided meditation and age regression and trauma therapy. And as I'm working with my clients, I realized the majority of them are going through the same thing. And the majority of them want to talk about one thing, and that's unity, that's love, and it's relationships. So I have been spending sun up to sundown with clients working on relationships and love. Ironically, this is all happening at the same time as my divorce, and I'm doing all of my own trauma therapy. I was married for 12 years, and I'm just working through, how did this relationship unfold the way that it did, and what do I need to heal within me to have the love that I know exists. The hunger for deep and epic love became so strong for me, and noticing that it's really prominent in everyone, this desire to be loved. I was talking with a friend and realizing, at the end of our lives, the thing that we're going to reflect back on, the thing that we're going to wish we had more of, or that we spent more time with, was people we love, and creating and taking care of healthy relationships, having open hearts, having open-hearted conversations, having people that we connect with and that feel like we can be ourselves with, right? It's so prominent to feel hungry for this type of love. So I decided to specialize in it. I hosted a class recently, like I said, on divine union and all the things that I'm learning. And I didn't expect. So I hosted the class from 7 to 9. I had a couple of even like marriage and family therapists come to this class that I hosted, and we ended up staying till 11 at night. We stayed 2 extra hours, and it was just this beautiful unfolding, and all of us were so hungry to continue talking, and I had to shut down for the night. And I thought, as I ended this night, I was driving home, and I thought, I need to teach this on a larger scale. I need to not just have the one class, but an ongoing residual building upon what we're learning class, where we're able to meditate and journal and share, and possibly have people come forward and do the compassion key, which is that age regression technique, rewriting the story of our relationships and building these new and epic relationships. So a little more background on me, I guess. Like I said, my name is Heather. I am a mom of 2 kids, just recently went through a divorce. I'm an artist, I'm an author. I wrote a book called Becoming Whole about healing from trauma. I have a YouTube channel that teaches people about divine union, and I have a private practice here in Southern Utah. I am obsessed with learning about masculinity and femininity, and the difference between the two, and the connection with the heart and the mind. What I do as a coach is I help you to get back into clarity, back into unity with heart and mind, back into knowing what you want, what you will and will accept in your life, the boundaries. I hope you build a solid foundation for yourself. I first work internally and then we move externally. When I think of a beautiful, healthy relationship, it's two strong people coming together and skyrocketing. It's like at that point, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's like 1 + 1 = 10. Like catapulting in your, with frequencies, two positive frequencies meet, and what they are able to do is exceed what they would be separately. Really, that is my vision for myself and my life and for every single one of my clients. It's let's get you so strong and be with a partner that's so strong that the two of you together catapult into something greater and higher than you could ever imagine or be separately. So something also a little bit unique about me that I believe about relationships is I believe that they are a mirror. I believe that relationships are the greatest spiritual school on earth. I believe that relationships are meant to show you and the way that you are acting. I believe that they're the greatest opportunity for growth. I believe they're meant to be in our lives for a specific purpose and a specific reason. And I feel very inclined to orchestrate my relationships with the divine. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into story time for a minute. I was married for 12 years, and I will say that a lot of my marriage, in fact, I remember before I got married, kneeling and praying, and I was very religious at the time, asking God, is this the right relationship for me? And it was a solid no. My heart, it was a solid no. And I remember thinking and saying out loud to God and to my heart, you need to be quiet. I'm doing this anyway. I couldn't bear the thought of letting the people down in my life around me. I couldn't bear the thought of hurting this person that I was dating. I couldn't bear the thought of what if no one else will ever love me. And so I told my heart to shut up. I told myself I'm going to figure this out and I'm just going to continue to love. And I spent 12 years beating that heart up, telling that heart to shh, just be quiet. We've got this figured out. We're going to just take the perfect pictures. I'm going to be the perfect wife. Love is a verb, right? We're just going to love. I'm going to figure out how to love, and I'm going to do that like my life depends on it. And I'm going to continue to praise this person and hopefully elevate him and make this relationship be the connection that I want. Didn't work. And finally, what it actually was a compassion key session where I sat down with me and I started to offer compassion for what I had been going through. And that self-compassion, this opening and cracking the heart back up open into love for myself, from myself, was my ticket out. Once I left, I realized that was just the beginning, that I had so much work to do repairing me, getting me right, that I was the reason for all of the commotion because I turned the heart off, right? So there were a few amazing experiences that I had. Beautiful people that had come into my life and showed me all of my weaknesses and all of my insecurities and my unhealed childhood trauma wounds. And one specific relationship just crumbled me. After that, I decided I'm gonna stop dating completely and I'm gonna go within. So here's where my story begins and how this all starts to unfold. I decide one day I am going to have my mind take my heart on a date. So if you have watched some of my videos on YouTube, I talk about how the mind is masculine energy. The mind is the doing energy, the fixing, the solving, the going. It's a go, go, go energy. It's point A, point B. This is all very masculine energy, whereas the heart is very feminine energy. The heart is receiving. The heart is longing, desiring, aspiring, soft, warm, open, right? This is feminine energy. And the mind is very masculine. So I'm thinking, okay, easiest thing I'm ever gonna do. I'm gonna take my heart on a date. And I'm thinking, okay, I know me. I'm going to be the best date I've ever had. Who else better to take my heart on a date than me, right? I've been with me all of my life. I'm thinking this is going to be the most amazing experience. Okay, it started out well. So this day where everything crumbled and unfolded, very first thing, I'm like, okay, my brain is like, all right, baby, what do you want to do today? And I'm going to say she and he, okay? So I'm going to tell this story as if this is the she and this is the he. We're just going to go back to basics here. In all of my teachings and everything that I do, if you are not in a heterosexual relationship, you know, if your dynamics are different, feel free to adjust accordingly. But this is how I'm gonna speak about it and adjust accordingly. Okay, so she, he. So my brain is like, all right, baby, what do you want to do today? What do you feel? She's like, oh, I really want to go shopping, right? I'm newly divorced. I'm feeling pretty grunge, and she wants to go shopping. And the brain instantly is like, okay, our go-to places. And she's like, no, like I'm a big thrifter. I love thrifting, but the brain's like, DI. Whatever. It's just a thrift store in our local area. And she's like, no, I want to go to a place that feels like me. I want to go to a place that is like, you know, my vibe. So they're both kind of like, their wheels are turning, right? Like, I'm not sure where it is. And then the brain was like, got it. There's these cute, really cute thrift stores, but they're like antique, very well picked out clothing and amazing things there. As soon as the brain lands on it, he's like, got it. And she's like, oh, yes, okay. So we're walking around this store, and I'm very intuitive. And when I'm at thrift stores, I usually walk directly to where I'm going. Like, I know, and I feel these things calling me from my house, right? I know exactly where they are. I can bird's eye view, see it in the store. I know what I'm looking for, and it just finds me. So I'm having one of these like epic moments where I walk in this store, I'm browsing, I'm doing the things, and I glance at this wall of pants, and I walk over and I go to this pair of pants, walk right to it, open it up, hold them up. I'm like, these are epic. They're like vintage Levi's. I try them on, they fit like a glove. They're more expensive than I normally spend at a store, right? And my heart is like, it's okay. Like, there's other things, you know, I'm gotta deal with life and rent and babies and divorce and all of the things. And my brain's like, no, I'm getting them for you. I am getting these for you. It's fine. We'll figure it out. So we go, I'm totally feeling like I'm actually on a date with myself. Go to the front. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. You're just spoiling me. Thank you. Like, sweetest thing ever. Okay. We buy the pants. I leave the store wandering. It's like, okay, what do you want to do now? I spot the cutest little cafe across the street, and I start walking. And I go in the store. I open up the menu. I'm standing in line, right? I open up the menu, and I'm looking at this menu, and I my eyes, again, right to the thing. This is always how I look at menus. And it's like my eyes only see one thing, and that's the thing. And that's what I end up getting. So open it up. I see the thing. I'm like, French toast? Are you kidding me? It was like cinnamon swirl French toast. And my heart all of a sudden is like, so excited and wanting this French toast. French toast was my favorite breakfast as a kid. I hadn't eaten it in years. I'm just like giddy. I can't freaking wait to try this cinnamon swirl French toast at this cute cafe. So I'm going up and my brain is like, are you sure? Like, you don't eat gluten. This isn't really like, you haven't eaten like this in years. And the heart's just like so giddy. Like, we're on a date. It's fine. So as we're walking up to the front, the brain is like, well, let's just see, see if there's anything else on the menu. And he sees this, what was it? It was like a pumpkin chai latte. And the brain is like, oh my gosh, I'm also gonna get her a drink. I'm gonna get her the pumpkin chai latte. She loves chai. Look, you love chai. So, and the heart's like, okay, like I was fine with water, but like, oh, that's sweet of you. So as we're getting up to the front, it's our turn, right? I'm like, okay. So we get to the front and immediately the brain's like spitting out a pumpkin chai latte. And so I say this and the person puts it in the menu, whatever. And then the next thing was my brain instantly was like, that's really sweet. Like, she's got all these blood sugar issues. Like, I don't think she's gonna like the French toast. I think she's gonna want something sweet and something savory. Like, think about this, So the brain's like, and it's our time to go. And the lady's waiting. And then I just spit out of my mouth and the like breakfast croissant, like a sausage and egg croissant. Cause like, that's gonna go good with the chai latte, right? Sweet, savory. And it comes out of my mouth and the lady jots it down and then I pay and I'm standing there like paying and she gives me the little number card and I start walking to a seat. And I go find this little table by the window and I sit down and I'm like, heart is like pounding and it's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And immediately the mind was like, what did I do? What is wrong? What just happened? And both are like, what just happened? I'm sitting there, they bring the food out, I'm near crying. And I'm sitting there thinking, this isn't about just this. There's something more. And I have tears in my eyes and I'm sitting there eating this breakfast croissant that I didn't want and drinking a chai pumpkin latte that I didn't want. I'm sitting there defeated, but I know exactly what I'm doing and I know exactly why I'm on the date. And it's because I knew there was conflict here. And I'm seeing the whole thing play out and the date's ruined at this point. I'm choking back tears. I decide, game over, I need to go home. I'm gonna go and sit down and figure this out. So the reason I'm telling you this whole story is because I think what is about to unfold is something that a lot of you are going to relate to. So I get home. I had just recently bought this journal, didn't know why. It's a sun and a moon, which heart and mind, masculine, feminine, right? I sit down and I'm like, I need to do a compassion key. That's this age regression, self-compassion technique on what just happened between my heart and my mind. So I sit down and I start writing and I do a little heart and I do a little mind. And from here on out, I didn't know this little exercise is going to change the trajectory of my life. I sit down and I draw a heart, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I don't know what just happened. All I know is you're devastated. What just happened? So I was going to find it and read it, but I'm just going to kind of summarize. From here on out, and I'm going to do some more classes on this, I have decided the one that is the most upset gets to go first. And that is how I've always worked this out, heart and mind. And that is how I've worked this out in relationships externally. You will start to see how this is a mirror. So I sit down, I draw a little heart on my paper. I'm like, okay, what are you feeling? And I'm probably gonna cry as I say all of this. So the heart's talking. She's like, I actually don't know why I exist. I don't even know why I'm here. I feel like you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and I just have to take it. I feel like I have to just be quiet and let you do whatever you want to do. And you're gonna decide what you think is best, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do it. And I'm just supposed to sit and smile and act like I'm okay. She goes on and on and on of, you're not hearing me. You haven't been hearing me. You haven't been hearing me all of this time, and you're guessing and you're trying to make me happy, but you're not listening. You're not actually listening to what I need. Okay, this class could go on and on, so I'm not going to go. Maybe I need to keep going. What else does she say? She's saying, I'm tired. I'm empty. I can't do this anymore. I might as well just stop talking. I can't have what I want anyway. I'm in so much emotional pain, and I'm trying to be happy, and I'm trying to accept what it is, but I know there's more, and I don't like this. Okay, she went on and on and on, right? Spiraling. And I just let her go. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote for pages and let this heart unravel everything that she had been feeling. As it was spiraling, the mind is like, hey, I hear you. I see what you're saying. Can I offer compassion? So I start doing the compassion key, which if you work with me, you'll learn. And they're offering compassion. The heart starts to heal, and I can see the heart softening. I can see the heart opening. I can see the heart resting and starting to be at peace. And this purging and finally speaking was one of the main pieces, right? And then the compassion, just so much healing. So she gets fully resolved. She's feeling good. Then she says, I'm a little nervous to hear from you. And it's the brain's turn. I'll never forget this line. So I write a little brain, ... right? And it's the brain's turn to talk. The brain had been spending so much time trying to listen to and nurture and heal the heart that it had forgotten its own thoughts. And when it had a moment, it was silent for a while. When it had a moment, first thing it says is, I'm a little bewildered. I actually want to find this part. I'm going to find this. The brain says, I'm bewildered. I don't have a lot of words. I feel like I was trying, and I also feel exhausted too, and I wonder if this is going to be worth it. This is a lot, and I don't know if I have what it takes. I want to give up too. You change so quickly and so often, it feels like a wild goose chase to find out what you're feeling and to please you. I was trying to make the right decisions that would please you. Honestly, that was my ultimate goal. I feel defeated. I feel embarrassed. I feel hopeless. I feel worn out. I feel unworthy. I feel like if I take care of you and meet your needs, I'm exhausted and I'm empty by the end of the day. I feel like I want to, and I want to believe this in this divine union you seek. I just wonder if it's possible with you. It's easier at this point to just numb out and erase all my thoughts and disappear. I can't make you happy, and honestly, I don't know if anyone could. I'm grossed out. I'm shocked. I'm confused. I feel like you don't know me. How could I have given so much to someone so hell-bent on destroying me? He goes on and on spiraling, right? He goes, I'm pissed. I tried to have a nice day with you. I tried to take you out and treat you even when we don't have the money. I took it on knowing I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm trying to show you how much I love you and care about you and want you happy. I didn't mean to bulldoze your choice. I actually don't give a F. I don't give a what you eat. I just know about the whole gluten thing and that your drink might be sweet, and I thought you might like something sweet and savory, and the line was up and it was our turn, and I don't know, I just did it. I'm sorry. I never actually wanted to hurt you. I've always wanted to protect you and provide for you, and sometimes I don't think, I just do. I don't consult you, and you're right. I see what you mean. I want you to know that my intentions were pure. I'm so angry. There's so much pressure on me to figure it all out all the time. I'm taking care of so many functions at once. All of the problems land on my shoulders. My brain is fried. I'm tired. I need rest. I need downtime too. I need a break. I'm exhausted. Everyone relies on me. I always have to perform and be tough and figure it out and keep it together. I'm suffering too. Do you care? Do you think about that? Do you think about me or just yourself? Are your feelings so big that you don't see what I'm trying to do here and how much is on my plate and how much I'm trying to figure out without breaking a sweat? I'm tired. I need rest. I want to be with you, and yet you've been so guarded and hostile. I need rest. I need your warmth. I need how much you care. I want some of that care to go to me, and I actually don't require much. I don't need all of your love. I just need some of it at the right time. I'm simple, but that doesn't mean I'm weak or mean. So as the brain continues to unravel, and this goes on and on for literally pages, the heart, as the brain would pause, the heart would say, keep going. Keep going. She didn't interrupt, and she kept listening. And it went on and on and on. And what I realized as all of this unraveled between the two was that exactly what was going on inside of me was the exact thing happening externally. I sat over my papers and I sat over this purging of the heart and the mind, and what happened while they were together internally, and what happened while they were trying to gain unity, and how they got so messed up. The brain trying to please the heart without ever listening, and the brain trying to take it all on and be everything, while the heart just feels bulldozed and like it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do a quick pause on this whole story and just ask you if any of this sounds familiar. As I'm unfolding this between my heart and my mind, I'm seeing all of masculinity and all of femininity, and this push and pull and dynamic between the two happening not just internally but on a global scale. And I'm seeing the masculine suffering and the feminine suffering, and them not knowing how to figure it out. As I start to resolve and unravel and create this union, this beautiful union in my heart and my mind, I start to see the shift externally. I start to see openness in my relationships. I start to see emotions unfolding between people that I never thought I'd have open conversations with. I start seeing the internal reflecting the internal and how it's all a hologram and the body holds the key, and that I have the power to change everything. If you work with me, this is the work we do. I want to give you a little glimpse of it today, and we're going to have a guided meditation where you get to visit your own heart and your own mind and see the two interacting. What's happening within your body might be different than what's happening within mine, but I want you to get an opportunity to feel your own heart and your own mind. Then we're going to do a little bit of journaling, and then we're going to give the opportunity for a little bit of clearing. When you work with me in a group setting, if you want to join the group that I offer where we meet once a week, we will do sharing, and we're going to learn from each other in this group setting where we unfold what's happening internally and we start making shifts on a group scale and a global scale together. So that is my vision for all of this. Let's drop into meditation really quick. All right, so let's get comfortable. I want you to lay down. If you have blankets, pillows, whatever, feel free to lay down, get comfortable. Get somewhere where you can close your eyes and you can experience this and really drop in deep. So first I want you to close your eyes and just start to notice the breath. So taking an inhale, let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just start to clear out all of the stories, all the preconceived notions, all of the emotions that this might be bringing up, and just kind of let this exhale settle the body back down and get you back feeling what's going on inside. So again, beautiful inhale, beautiful exhale. Just start to feel that body again. Maybe wiggle the toes. Give permission for the toes to relax. Rotate the ankles. Then give permission for the ankles to relax. Maybe rock the hips side to side. Continuing to breathe. As you breathe, let the belly rise and fall. This massages the vagus nerve and teaches the body to relax, lets the nervous system relax. So let the belly breathe in and fall. Breathe in and fall. Feel free to rotate the shoulders. Give permission for the shoulders to relax, the torso to relax. Rock your neck side to side. Let your body become very comfortable. Just knowing that you are in the right place at the right time. That if you are here, it's because you are ready to find harmony between your heart and your mind. You're ready to manifest epic love in your life. You're here for a reason. You found me for a reason. Just let the body settle. Let the mind quiet down and stop racing. Let your body receive, and just know that it is a time for you to receive wisdom, a time for you to receive information, and we'll include and invite the divine to be here with you. So we're going to do a little bit of box breathing. So I'll have you breathe in for the count of 7, and you'll imagine that you're drawing a line up your left side. So we're going to increase The left side is the feminine side, it's the heart. We're going to increase the ability to hear the heart. So as you breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold for 7 at the top. Imagine drawing a line across. 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale down the right side, the masculine side. 5, 6, 7. Hold at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale up the right side. 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale down the masculine side, the right side. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do one more. Hold at the top. Down the right side. Hold at the bottom. And with your eyes closed, your eyelids closed, I want you to roll the eyes up so you're looking almost like you can see the inside of the forehead. I want you to imagine there's a big giant eyeball. This is like the third eye right between the eyebrows and up a little bit. Imagine that there's a giant eyelid and you can open this eyelid. This symbolizes opening that third eye, which grants you permission to see beyond the physical, to see intentions, to see energies, to see dynamics. Let the eyes rotate a little bit higher, opening up the crown chakra. So imagine that you can look all the way at the top of the head. Open up the top of the head. Imagine light pouring in, inviting divine revelation, inviting your higher power to be here with you as you explore these dynamics between the heart and the mind. And then just let those eyes, as those eyes become extra tired, let them roll into the back of the head. This is signifying crossing the veil into the subconscious, opening up access to whatever you might need to know, hear, see, feel from the past, present, future, all timelines being present. And in this state, I'm going to have you imagine that you're sitting in a movie theater and there's a big white movie screen out in front of you. Imagine some numbers appear. We're going to start with the number 10. I want you to recognize this number 10. See what it looks like, whether it's 2D or 3D. Notice the color of the number 10. And as we count in descending numbers, we move to the number 9. We're going to drop deeper and deeper into relaxation, granting more and more permission for the body to relax and let go. Totally relaxing with each new number. 8. Notice the figure 8, what it looks like. 7, 6. Deeper and deeper into relaxation. Any part of the body that's been holding on to tension, just let it go. 6, 5, 4, deep breath here. 3, 2, and 1. At the perfect level of relaxation for you, perfect level of manifesting, of seeing, of hearing, of knowing the details between the heart and the mind. We're going to first imagine that we can gather up all of your consciousness. So imagine we can gather up the mind, all that masculine energy, the doing energy, the resolving, the solving, the fixing energy. We're going to imagine we can gather all of that up into a little ball of light, your consciousness. We're going to imagine this ball of light can travel down through the spine or through the throat, the esophagus, down past the lungs. And we're going to go right to the heart. You might see your heart as different. It might be symbolic. You might see a figure of a woman. You might see an anatomical heart with a little mouth and eyes and arms. Whatever you see is beautiful. I just want you to notice what you see when you go and you take your conscious energy to your heart. I want you to notice colors and details. And I want you to grant permission for your heart to speak. So let it have a mouth, let it have a voice, and let it communicate what it's been wishing it could say to you. want you to let that heart continue as long as it needs to. Feel free to pause this video if that heart needs to continue. And be careful to not let the brain interrupt or argue. If it says anything, let it say, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And whenever you're ready, let the brain speak what it's feeling. Let this communication continue to play out as long as you need it to. Feel free to pause this video, take your time, let them both speak. When you're ready, I'm going to have you kind of start to come back into your body. So imagine that that movie screen appears. We're going to start with the number 1 and start to wiggle your toes. Number 2, rotate your ankles, start to become more aware of the body. Actually, before that, we're going to imagine that that consciousness gets to go back up to, imagine that light that came and visit the heart, that consciousness travels back up and takes its rightful place in the brain. Let it kind of lock into its place. Let the heart and mind know that they can communicate freely at all times of the day. Let this kind of unity and connection of conversation continue to happen freely between the two of them. continue to see that movie screen. So 1, wiggle the toes. 2, rotate the ankles. 3, maybe rock the knees, bounce the knees. 4, rotate the hips. 5, deep breath. More and more energy coming back into the body. 6, rotate the hips. 7, roll the torso. 8, roll the shoulders. 9, rock the head side to side, the neck. And 10, wide awake. Before I communicate too much more, I want to give a little bit of time for journaling. So feel free to grab out a journal, and I would like for you to start a new journal if you can, of these conversations between heart and mind. Let this be the beginning of a beautiful journey. So whatever you have, start with that, and feel free to draw a little heart and write out what the heart was saying. Feel free to draw a little mind and write out what the mind was saying. So I'm going to give you some journaling time now. Okay, so I just want to talk for a minute, kind of helping you see maybe the big picture of relationships. So when you think of like the Holy Trinity, right? It was male, female, God makes this perfect triangle of love. When we think of that within the body, it is heart, mind, God, the word, communication. As I've been kind of going through this little journey, I bought these, I don't know if you can see them, it's yin and yang, dragon and tiger symbol. You can't see them. I hate them. Whatever. It's not going to focus, but anyway. This symbol, when you think of heart and mind, when the heart is very feminine, the heart is this visionary. The heart can see into the future. The heart is very spiritual, and it is very connected to the divine and to longing for things and aspiring things and drawing them in, right? The mind is more the doing energy, and it's the solving, the resolving, the making a plan, making a goal, the sticking with it, the directing the body of what to do, the, making the body get up and do it and actually follow through. That's masculine energy. These two parts, let's see, black would be feminine, white would be masculine. They're not the same. They're not going to process the same. They're not going to communicate the same. They're not on the same timeline even. Like the heart can see things and it's as if it's already done. And the mind is like, hold on a second now, we got to figure out, if you think of a business, we got to figure out permits, licenses, logistics, money. The brain is like, oh, hold on here. And the heart's like, come on already. Like, I've already figured this out. It's already done. I've already moved in, right? You start building a house. The heart already knows where the beds are going to go. The heart knows what the pantry is going to look like when it's all organized. Like the heart's got it. The heart and the feminine is the visionary. They see the big picture, they see the end goal, and it is just a feminine quality, the characteristic. And yes, male, female, we both have both in us. Like, so when a masculine or a man can see the vision, he's leaning into heart energy to see that full vision. When it's making it happen and setting the goals and making the schedule and figuring out the details of the logistics and the tangible matter, that's masculine energy. So these two are different. The goal isn't necessarily to have them processing the same or have them be the same. And in fact, when we try being like the partner and trying to fit what the partner does and what they're doing, there is conflict. There is this beautiful separate. If I'm back here, it'll focus better, huh? They're different energy. The way that they create this bond and this union is simply by understanding where the other is coming from. It's when the heart says, this is where I am at and what I see. The brain says, this is where I'm at and what I see. And when they can understand. The goal isn't to be the other or to perfectly match. The goal is to communicate until you understand. And as you understand and you have this same end in mind, you bring your peace, I bring mine. And together we're more than we were. So I want you to start imagining that inside of your body. The heart's going to visualize things that the brain's going to need time to figure out. You know, when I started this YouTube channel and started my business, it's like I see myself on stages. I see myself teaching this on a global scale. I see myself with all of this stuff, and the brain's like, but we got to figure out YouTube. Like, we hold the phone. Like, do you even have enough storage space on your phone? You have enough storage space to even edit these on your computer. Like, I've got to figure this out first before like I can hand you a microphone and put you on. Like, how am I even going to book these gigs, right? It's like there's logistics, and that's the brain's job and the more of the masculine role you typically. So we're gonna play with both. I'm gonna lean into what I want to do here. So typically my group settings will do meditation. We're gonna talk about it, and then we will have volunteers to come up and share what they are going through, and I'll do emotional clearings, compassion key clearings with you. I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of that in this section of the workshop. So I'm going to have you guys take a deep breath. Let me explain the compassion key really quick to you. So if you guys have ever seen one of those scales, maybe I'll pop one up on the screen now, but there is a scale of emotion. Each of our emotions has a different vibration and a different blueprint. They can measure these, I believe, in hertz is how they measure them. Shame, as you can see, is one of the lowest vibrations that we can tune into, one of the lowest frequencies. As you climb higher and higher on the scale, you notice there's, grief, fear, apathy, whatever, climbing higher and higher. If you look up at the top, enlightenment is one of the highest vibrations we can tune into. The next one down, if you look at that chart, is compassion. 600 hertz is compassion. One of the coolest things about compassion is you can voluntarily choose compassion. So what I do in my line of work, if you work with me one-on-one or if you come and volunteer on these group settings, is we take compassion and we go and find some of those deepest emotions, shame, and all of those lower ones. When you bring your own compassion to yourself for those things that you've been feeling, it's like do-do-do-do-do-do. It's like walking in a dark room and flipping on the light. And all of a sudden you can see very clearly truth. You can see whether that is a complete lie of what you've been believing all of this time about yourself or about the situation, right? Compassion is a light. It's flipping on a light. The way that we do this is we can do some age regression. We can go to different parts of your life. We can jump timelines. We can do there's lots of really cool quantum jumping that we can do with this. I also have, my mom is a hypnotherapist, so I have some of those tools in my backpack. So I play with all of it. I kind of combine all of these modalities into this little thing of clearing. We're going to just do kind of a short form today. And I'll just, since I don't have a volunteer with all of this, I'll just kind of lean into my intuition. So what I'm going to have you do is take a deep breath. And we're just going to do some general clearings with relationships and possibly maybe a little masculine, feminine. So feel free to close your eyes. I'm going to have you just focus on your heart and your solar plexus, so this upper belly. And I'm going to repeat some things, and I'm going to have you say them out loud after me. When you're saying these statements, so the compassion key mantra is I'm so sorry. When we're using these statements, I want you to say them to yourself, but we're going to use the word you, as if you get to be the high self, and you're going to offer compassion for this moment in time that you're experiencing. So right now, today, if we could put a pause button on it and the high self enters the room and starts just dumping compassion on you for what you're going through. You get to be the voice of the high self. And so we're going to say you, talking to this moment in time, this little piece of your life and what you're going through. If the statement is true, you will feel some resonance within the body. There might be tears, there might be emotional release. If the statement doesn't pertain to you, it's fine, it clears through. You are not going to manifest anything negative. We're just simply offering compassion for any truth, even if it's a little bit of a truth that might be there. Okay, so let's play with this for just a minute. I'm going to have you take a deep breath. Again, focus on the heart, the solar plexus. Imagine you can radiate love out of your heart and wrap yourself in a cocoon of light. And if you'd like, even imagine a color. Pick a color that represents love to you. And imagine you can wrap yourself in a ball of light. And again, you get to be the high self, kind of standing outside of this picture. The high self is radiating this love over. And I'm going to have you tell yourself, I'm so sorry you're tired. I'm so sorry you're lonely. So again, repeat these phrases out loud after me. You know, we're just going to drop into long form. So I want you to imagine there's a figure eight that appears on the ground, because we're kind of going to be doing this anyway. So a figure eight appears on the ground. You get to be the high self on one side. You're going to pull out this version of you that's going through all of these relationship issues, and you're going to put them on the other side. So the high self is going to radiate love over to this part of you that's really hungry for love and wrap them in a ball of light, okay? So we'll get that visual going. Again, the high self will be speaking. You repeat these after me. So I'm so sorry you're tired. I'm so sorry you're lonely. I'm so sorry all you want is love. And you feel like you're failing. I'm so sorry you try so hard to love other people and they don't love you back. I'm so sorry you've tried so hard to be enough and it's never enough. I'm so sorry you're hurting. I'm so sorry relationships are painful. I'm so sorry relationships are such a struggle. I'm so sorry the person you love is pushing you away. I'm so sorry they act like you don't matter. I'm so sorry they act like you don't even exist. I'm so sorry he hurt you. I'm so sorry she hurt you. I'm so sorry they hurt you over and over and over. I'm so sorry it seems pointless. I'm so sorry the nagging of your heart for more is relentless. I'm so sorry no matter how many times you've tried to shut your heart up, it keeps longing for what it wants. I'm so sorry there's actually no way to shut it off. I'm so sorry there's no way to actually outrun your heart and the desires of your heart. I'm so sorry there's no way to shut it off. I'm so sorry you can't just have what you want. I'm so sorry you didn't know the desires of your heart are there for a reason. I'm so sorry you didn't know you were born to have exactly what you want. I'm so sorry it's so hard to figure it out. I'm so sorry it's so hard to just find the solution. I'm so sorry it's so hard to resolve it. I'm so sorry you can't just receive and have epic love in your life. I'm so sorry you can't just drop the facade and stand in your true self and be loved. I'm so sorry all those little micro tears and breaks of the heart can't put themselves back together again and be ready for more and greater love. I'm so sorry you can't just have your miracle. So sorry you can't just have your happy ending. So sorry you can't have this great love is everlasting. I'm so sorry being happy can't be your story. So sorry you can't unite your heart and mind and unite with all the relationships in your life. So sorry this can't be the beginning of your true love story. I'm going to pause and give you some time to add any compassion statements that resonate with you that you want to say to yourself now. And with your eyes closed, I want you to continue to envision with all of this clearing and the compassion, the brain really doesn't hear the word can't. So it starts to evolve and see the potential realities of all of these things being possible, of true love entering into your life, or, you know, the walls crumbling between you and your mate, and these open-hearted, genuine, tender conversations where you're both heard and understood. I want you to imagine now, best case scenario playing out. That if all the walls crumbled and everything that kept you separate and apart, if everything fell, and you were able to be truly unified with the divine, with your own heart and mind, and with the love of your life. I want you to feel what that feels like. I want you to feel what it feels like to be so silly and free deeply in love. Let it spread to everyone and everything. You're ready. Feel free to come back to the room. There is a lot of energy there. It's like I can feel all of the future people watching this video and their experience with that bit of compassion key. I love it so much. I love it. I'm so grateful for all of you. I feel like this is a good glimpse into what it is like to work with me. Just feeling really yummy energy. Just feeling really, really grateful for you, for opening your mind and your heart up to me and to this little workshop. So I'm just sending you lots and lots of love and my prayers that your dreams come true. All right, so I'm going to give you just a little glimpse into an invitation to come work with me. So the nights that we do this might change, check the times below, but I meet with my people once a week. So there is a membership, and to come and join me and be a part of my weekly meetings, we'll come together and we'll do meditations and journalings and clearings, just like we did today, except it's a little bit more interactive. So if you have questions, you can ask me. We'll do Q&A, or we'll have volunteers to come to the front and do compassion key and let everyone see what that group, what the clearing looks like one-on-one, and we can all kind of clear as one person clears, and it gets a little bit more hands-on and more real life scenarios and real life stories. So if you enjoyed this workshop and if you would like to come and work with me, I want to invite you to become a part of our weekly group clearings. Those are about 90 minutes to 2 hours every week. So there's that option. Also, if you have a desire to come and work with me one-on-one, there's one-on-one options below. So all of the details of that are below. Feel free to check those out. Come and see me, come and work with me. If you are in the area and I'm still offering meditation during massage, you're welcome to come and schedule in person with me. Otherwise, clearings can be done and coaching can be done over the phone. So I think that's all. I hope you had a beautiful time. I would love to hear stories if you want to email me some of your experience with this workshop. And I'd love to see more of you in group settings or one-on-one.